Yo, yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan. We are here, and as you can see, we have 4 glittery awards we won. So, we won 4 awards from the Golden Collector Awards, the GCA 2017.
I think we were nominated for 20.
4 out of 20. Yeah. We just really want to say a massive thank you out there to everybody, and as well as the CV team for taking the time to do these awards, and also for all of you for taking the time to actually vote and to put us forward. We're incredibly proud, and this particular award we got was for our large-scale review, which was the XM Studios Venom, which is a stunning piece, and we were really happy to show it off. I don't think we had quite so many technical issues that day, which is pretty good for us. I think it was relatively smooth.
I think it was quite smooth, and as I was discussing off camera with Gio, I think I just got my new heart rate monitor as I was doing some load of walking. So we tried to do the unboxing with the heart rate monitor to see whether the heart rate peaked or lowered. I don't know if it did, but it did at the beginning.
Well, you're relatively unhealthy, so it was high most of the time.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, the bacon sandwiches and deep fried, whatever, but yeah. But again, I mean, thank you guys for voting for us, taking the time out, and I think as well, us as reviewers, to win the 2 reviewing categories is huge for us.
Massive honour.
So thanks, guys. And again, keep watching, and you will see the review. Shameless plug. Plug. All right, everyone. So we're back, and basically this is the review now. We've done the unboxing. This is a review of the XM Venom. We're going to go through. We're going to do the switch outs, and we're going to show you. We're going to tell you what we think. We're going to measure it. We're going to weigh it. The whole shebang. So keep watching, guys. Peace.
Okay, so welcome back. As Alex was saying, we're going to be reviewing the XM Studios Venom. Just have to first start off by saying a massive thank you to Wan, who was responsible for getting this to us and helping us with the pre-order.
And Cody.
Cody, and also Gabby as well, who helped me with mine. So, they're 3 great guys there. That if you're interested, we do get a lot of messages about who you could speak to that you trusted. Me and Alex personally, we only really recommend people that we've actually used and experienced. We don't just go off other people's names or other people's experiences, only because this is a lot of money and there is a big element of risk.
Yeah.
So we've now done multiple deals with those people and we've had no problems. So, gets our seal of approval. So thanks very much, gents. Much love to all you over there in Asia. Thanks very much.
Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. Well, yeah, it's in Asia, right?
Yeah.
Fuck your couch, Dave.
You need to pinpoint it a bit more.
Pinpoint it a bit more.
The whole of Asia.
They live in number 7. No, we'll just get onto it. Anyway, so this is Alex's piece. Mine is in my display.
I did actually meet them when I was in Singapore.
Did you go to Singapore? Were you really there?
I was there, yeah.
Wow, when did that? Fuck you. Right, okay, so we've got the boys with us. We've got Mr. Michael Riali, who's behind the camera. We've got Gary Speed over there. We've got a little bit of a meet-up going on. We're going to go grab some food later. We've got the A-team in the house. So, Alex's piece, we just unboxed it, and fucking wow. I'm going to hand you, go.
Well, basically, these both got delivered to George on Monday. It's now Saturday. And I was actually pretty patient for me.
Did well.
I waited from Monday till today to actually come up here and get it. I was actually tempted to call an Uber or book an Uber and get it to come around just to collect the piece and bring it to me.
Money to burn, bitch.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Derek, did a deal with Derek and got sent the Back in Black Spider-Man, so that kind of tidied me over a little bit. So today we've done this. Back onto the piece because.
Let's go on to the characters. So we know that Venom is, he appears, doesn't he? He takes over Peter Parker, the suit itself, and then obviously there is a battle Wars,
Secret Wars number 8, and I always get the Amazing Spider-Man one. It's either 252 or 256.
Okay, man, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I would not even.
So it's the iconic cover where they've kind of redone the kind of Amazing Fantasy cover where he's swinging.
Anyway, so. you know, there is a battle for wills. Peter Parker starts to change, his temperament starts to change, he starts getting a little bit of a nastier edge to him, people don't really like it, and then, you know, brings us actually on to the point, you know, there's an element in the films as well where he's struggling with that, and he, you know, he can't get the suit off, it won't leave. So
You should not really bring up the film.
I kind of like the film. I only like it for Tobey Maguire dancing, man. That guy can fucking move in a black suit, bitch.
You can see that, actually.
Yeah, they are. So anyway, it comes off, and one of the weaknesses of the symbiote suit is vibrations, like them type of sounds. Yeah,
Fire.
Yeah, there's a couple, and it then lands on Eddie Brock, who's basically following Spider-Man and taking pictures of him at the time, trying to find out his dirty little secrets. And he actually gets a very good mix with the suit. They actually refer to themselves as us and we, which is really nice. They're basically united in it, which is beautiful. Eddie Brock's a bit of a beast, 6'3", 260, monster. So, you know, this is the piece, and this obviously is when you get onto the base. That wasn't a point of the story. The point is that the base is that.
Well, the base relates to the clock tower from.
Him overcoming those vibrations and smashing the shit out of the bell tower, right?
Yeah. So basically, so you're working away from the bomb. So you've got all the the clock faces all in pieces here as you go around. So you've got the different numbers on there. So you can see 4, 5.
Well done. 6.
Yeah. So you got 7 over there. So yeah. Well, this isn't really. Let's test Alex's
Roman numerals
day.
That's Thursday.
12 is the main one there. It wasn't X somewhere. Where's X? Is it down there?
It's down here. Yeah, down there is X.
So I mean, and then you've got all the cogs. I think the base. I mean,
tell me.
It's fine. I mean, like it does the job for what it's meant to do, and as I say, it relates to his origins and when he left Peter Parker.
What do you think about the paint?
I think the rocks and the clock are a bit too similar in colour. This clock face. Mm-hmm. Maybe there could be a bit better separation there with the colours.
Isn't that meant to be part of the actual broken clock, the bottom? I think it's meant to be. If you look on the bottom here, especially around this rim, you can see it is actually standing on the clock face itself.
Yeah.
So there won't be too much separation in the colour because it's all clock face.
Oh yeah, I guess if you look at it from here, you can see this is the back side.
Yes.
So then that's more of the back pieces. Okay, well I guess.
So shut up. No, it's a good point.
That's definitely rocks.
I think it's just.
No,
I think it's all part of that.
That is definitely.
I think that's all still part of this. I just think it. But I agree. I mean, they do this as well. This washing, this black wash, don't they? Which a lot of people are can be a little bit skeptical of.
Well, they did the black wash on the cable gun. And people then complained about it looks like rough kind of paint lines, but no, I don't think that's an issue for me.
What do you think about the symbiotes? Have you changed your mind? As I did, because I got them out of the box. I looked at them in my hand. I was like, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Put them on my base, and then I was like, actually, I'm going to keep them on there.
I think the symbiotes, they do add a lot of flow. They do bring something to the piece. It's not like they're totally useless.
As we said, they were.
No, it's just for me that I've maintained the whole way along that I don't really like them because the Venom I kind of grew up with or liked in the beginning didn't really have them around him. I'm going to still stick by the fact that I probably won't display them.
Okay.
But they don't look as bad as I remember them looking.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like, which is probably the art anyway, because XM are very religious and they do stick to their artwork, is the teeth are black, which probably is from the art anyway, but I think that maybe they would look quite good if they were the same as actual Venom's teeth.
It's a good shout actually, bro.
But what I do like is that they've actually added like a little piece of debris, so that if you take off this one here, you just place the debris on top and it hides the actual hole. And I think that's a really nice little touch.
Yeah, and then this one here is
and then this one is
disguised.
It's just on the cog anyway, so you can't really see it anyway.
Yeah, it's a tiny, minute hole that you can't see, so you pull it off.
So yeah, there is the option not to display them. And personally, I'm probably 80-20 that I won't display them, but I still could change that.
Well, you weren't too. When you saw the prototype, you said about the feet. You still. What do you think now?
I also, I don't like the feet. It does look like my grandma's feet.
June?
Yeah, Grandma June, who had 12 toes.
I don't know. I just
I like the feet.
something about the toes. I just
No, I really like them.
Again, it's all based on artwork, so it's all.
Yeah, there's an animal part to them
Yeah.
toes. There's almost, especially around the one that you can see on the top. You know, almost cat-like, like panther, or you know, there's a predatory element. You know, where it's almost like a zigzag.
Yeah.
You know, the way that their foot structure is, and I think that's the way that they've done it, which is really nice. One thing I am going to say, which doesn't come across very well in photographs that I've seen, I'm going to try really hard to include some photographs now for you to see, is I really love the texturing on the suit. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's really smooth compared to the comic hair.
Yeah.
It isn't. There is severe amount of texturing and graininess and sort of like, what are they called? Porous, sort of marked. It doesn't look smooth. It looks like, it does look organic, which is great. It's not quite skin, but it looks very, very, very
Well, it's also
good.
it's nice because I mean you do have the kind of separation as well, where you have the kind of skin underneath, which as you say is all textured and it's matte, and then you have the veinage that kind of goes through that, which is all gloss and like a tar-like paint there. So that runs all through the body, and I do really like all that detail. One of my let's just go from the back there. So yeah, I mean the sculpt on the body is really well done. I mean,
You know that bitch is squatting
the
about 1,000
legs.
pounds easy.
I mean, Jesus Christ, look at that.
That bicep femoris, man, that is a serious.
And really, really well done, I think. And then you work your way up. One of my favourite things on this, same as the bust as well, is the spider. I absolutely, I love the way it's kind of carved. It's kind of like indented in there. Most of the time on other pieces, it's normally raised. The Spider-Man will be raised, but on this it's cut into it, and I really, really think that's
There
nice.
was a little bit of criticism about the fact that there's the legs on the spider are thin, whereas in some comic books the black lines are thinner and the white lines are bigger.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think if you did it the way that this artwork is, I don't really think it would work as much because you got to remember as well, this is a 2D image.
Yeah.
This is an older style. This is one of the old style McFarlane, which we have on the front head. But if you kind of then had it on here, it would be like a massive white block, and then you have the thin white lines, and it wouldn't look like there's as much detail. I think by doing it that way, it looks like it adds more detail to it. So I just took them off because as I was spinning, it could easily get caught.
Yeah, we took them off now.
And then you've got, like, as I say, all continues under the ribs,
Yeah.
and then onto the chest.
Change it over.
I think it is really nice.
Oh, we got it.
No, we're not on there yet. Then, we're still going with this. I also...
So much though, there's so much.
There's a lot, there is a lot to take in. I mean, one of my other favourite things is I really, really like the hands.
The nails are so good.
And the nails.
So
I
good.
think they're really, really well done. And just the
articulation.
you said this in the Wolverine one and Hulk one, but yeah, the articulation of the kind of movement quite captured in that
The expressions in the hand.
I think it's really nice.
And they're like translucent resin, aren't they? You can almost see through them, can't you, with the paint? You see that?
Yeah, you can see the light coming through that.
My wife loved that, by the way. It's
Yeah.
one of the spots that she said to me that the nails are so good.
Yeah, I think that that's probably strangely one of my favourite things is the hands.
You're like a chick with nails, do you, bro?
Yeah. And also earlier on the unboxing, he was cupping me. I don't know whether we got that on the video or whether that was
No,
the video.
it did.
God damn.
But it was, you were brushing to be honest with you, I'm glad that I don't need another one of them videos where someone is accosting a statue in a sexual way.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not go down that way.
One of the things I don't really like, it is very minor, but it's when you have the back of the heads, they've all got these kind of the veins going on.
Yeah.
But then the veins on the actual body, there's none on the back of the neck.
Yes.
So when you look at the back of the neck, it doesn't line up.
It basically goes up the shoulders, doesn't it, and then stops around the traps, in the centre of the traps, where the neck joins onto the
Again,
traps.
I mean, it's
there are none of these glossy lines.
again, it's minor because you're not really going to see it from that angle, but it's still just
Something to
we're
say.
here to point out these
It's
things.
good, bad, or indifferent. It's got to be there, man.
Shit, just put that in the stupid place.
What do you think about the McFarlane head? You're now really impressed with this McFarlane portrait though, right?
This actually is...
you considering actually taking this over the tongue portrait now. You were dead certain, you were dead sure.
That's the problem I had is, overall I was, in my mind,
Which one are you going now?
it was the tongue version was going to be the one. And as I said in the other video, I normally, I would literally take a piece and I won't really change the display very much. And my idea was just to do the tongue display and leave it as that. But I now think I probably will be changing them over. This is the Eddie Brock head.
This favours more of a higher up, doesn't it? Because when you look at it, this sort of side-by-side comparison, if you look here, what you can see is that this is surprising because it's very subtle, but this head is upwards. Yeah, the way the peg is in a different position.
Yeah.
So this is facing head on straight, whereas in Eddie Brock's is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what ends up happening, because that's not how it is, that's how this one sits. So that slightly acute angle will mean that it will actually suit the Eddie Brock head will actually suit a higher up pose. And maybe a lower down piece that it's coming at.
This was my least favourite.
I loved it.
In all honesty, I saw the prototype in hand, and from seeing it in hand and seeing it now and seeing all the pictures, I do actually really like this head, and I do think that I may be swapping the heads around, to be honest with you.
It's done really well, isn't it? It's painted really, really well.
It is really, really, really well done. And then also, as I say, it's just the way it's like kind of grabbing it,
consuming it. Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's like just coming in over. So because that's what basically that's almost like the battle thing, isn't it? Like the head off. You know what I mean? Where he's getting ready to run in and have a scrap.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden comes over like sort of a shield, like a shield of armour. Which is great though. It's really nice.
No, I do like that. I do really like that. All right. So what we do then is we'll move on to the tongue portrait. So we've got that there, and you get the tongue separate, and this has got a really strong magnet inside, and you just kind of put that in there, and it just pulls into place, like that. And then this will obviously go on to here.
Again, remember the angles on the things. That's it.
There you go. So
it's a little bit more upright as well.
This one is probably my favourite of the three. I do really like this head, but this head probably adds about another 2 inches or 1.5 inches to the depth.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into consideration when you're displaying it. Just going around here, I mean, like, I do really like the gloss on the tongue. It's done really well. I was saying to George, I do like about the Prime one. I do really like the kind of clear resin, the clear kind of saliva coming down. That maybe could have been done on here, but
I don't like it.
No,
I'm glad it's not there because there's a wetness to this tongue which I like. There's a gloss, and then the underside of it is very porous, whereas you can almost see veins and bits and pieces underneath, which I'll take some pictures of so you can see. But right in there is like veins and textures. I don't like that saliva shit. I don't want that on my pit. I don't want a dribbling statue in my collection. It's just not my style. I mean, the tongue out. I think the tongue out is enough.
Yeah, just keep your dog.
Yeah, I've got a dribbling retard outside, so I don't really need one inside. I'm super impressed with it, to be honest with you. It's my wife's favourite piece, so I think that pretty much says something because she actually, I didn't expect it. She hates this. When I was showing her the pictures of this piece, she didn't like it at all.
Well,
I don't like it.
My girlfriend doesn't like when I show her pictures of Venom and Carnage.
Yeah.
She just says that they, as characters, are not really made very well in statue form. So I'm quite interested to see how she thinks about that. So when she sees this,
Do you want to measure it?
I'll have to sneak it into the house though.
So you're happy with it?
Yeah, no, I'm super happy with it.
And is it better than Cable? Like some people are saying you're going to go more towards Venom than Cable?
Well, to be honest, we went into, after we did the unboxing, we went into George's room, we looked at his new setup and things with Venom and Cable on display. They're right next to each other. I had a look over them, and the point I said was that today, Venom is, today Cable is probably my favourite piece out of the two, but probably if you ask them tomorrow it may be different because they are both exceptional pieces. They're both very, very good, and they both just got so many things going for them. But today, the way I'm feeling, looking over them, that it's just Cable was the better one today. But as I say, it's just
Does change.
I think it's close. I do think it's close enough that they will kind of swap between the two. They're both very well made, very well made.
XM did an exceptional job. I've said it before.
Phenomenal job.
I really think, you know, I've said it before. I know that, you know, people in certain locations it can be more difficult and more costly to get hold of them, and you know, you've got to do what your purse strings allow, and especially your connections allow. But I really think that you know, this is there's some really good stuff coming out of XM, certainly this year and the end of last year. We got
right. So to the Jesus, is that it? To the top of his head.
Yeah.
Is only about 20, just under 22 inches. So just under.
Now go to the top of his hand.
55
Go
centimeters.
to the top of his hand.
Top of his hand.
Yeah, round there. See where the elbow comes up?
Well, that's about 22 and a half. So it's about 57.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over his shoulder.
Yeah, it's about there.
Yeah, so it's under 23 inches.
Just under 23.
What we do then is get some depth. This is the bigger head, so this is all of the tongue.
This
so
is the worst one, yeah.
Going to give you some. It's going to be from the back of the clock, I believe.
Yeah, I would say
to
so.
the kind of front of the tongue.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's about there. So, Jesus.
About there.
So this is about 52 centimetres. I think
Yeah.
too far forward.
Nah, it's not. I'm looking at the tongue.
I think this is about 51 centimetres, so it's about 20 inches deep.
Yeah.
And then hand to hand, isn't it?
Yeah. Watch his bloody leg. Jesus Christ.
Then
It's about right
about
to
there.
there.
So about 53.
Yeah.
So about 53 centimetres wide. So
It's a big 20-something inch square, isn't it?
If you angle it, you may be able to get into a screwver, but I don't think you're going to get into a bester. Not any way that you would actually want to display it.
Dude, my cube's at 18
Yeah.
in depth for internal measurements, and I've angled them, and it's 100 centimetres across, so it's like a metre
Yeah.
across, and still that tongue is like, the glass is like there. It's like so close.
Okay.
So, and that's angled, so you're talking serious business. Ready to weigh it?
So this is, sit down, 14 kilos and 300 grams. So, and then the unit there, so this is 31.5 pounds. So if you put the spawns on,
On, like, display?
maybe just put them around the side, wherever they'll fit.
God damn it.
Got to do both at the same time though.
Oh, well, you take that one then, I'll do this one. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just, I'll just hold this end.
Well, this is half a kilo apparently. No, so half a pound. So this is 1.3 pounds. So this actually adds an extra 600 grams.
So, yeah.
So we'll take it up to, was that 15?
Yeah.
So it takes up to 15 kilos.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I'm not moving that again.
Just
I'll
back
tell
it
you.
around,
I'll
just
tell you that, I ain't moving that again.
All right. So yes, I mean that's the piece. That's that's we've got it out. We've gone over it, and overall, I mean, really happy with it. I mean, I can see all the blue on the back of the spider, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Super nice piece.
It's got blue going through the actual black as well.
It
It's
does,
not solid
yeah,
black. It's
yeah.
got blue highlights all the way. Well, I don't know if you call them blue highlights or whether it would be like ingrained of blue sort of going through. Do you understand what I'm saying? Almost similar to the way the bust is done.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually like how the symbiote Spider-Man is. It's not highlighted blue. It's more like ingrained in the colour.
Sure.
But very nice. Another exceptional job from XM. Let us know what you think. Comment. Always talk to us. Tell us, if you've got it, if you're looking to grab it, what you went with. XM, Prime 1, Sideshow. There's no taboo subjects here. Subscribe. Hit that red button if you haven't already. It should be, where is it? Down there.
It's down there.
It's down there. So hit that button if you're not. Become part of the what do we call them?
The artits.
The artits. Become one of us, and then obviously, share with everyone you know. You know what I mean? Did I miss one? Like. Yeah, throw a like. Christ. Yeah.
All right. That's
Much
it.
love. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
I'll put your tongue in there.
Oh, good.
Lucky.
Just took it off.
Yeah, but you said put it back on.
Oh man.
Fucking Irish bum.
Are you sure?
Hell yeah.
You got 10 minutes.
Ah, he's checking that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. You know what it is, man?
Can't blame
With
you.
them big fucking giant potato eating, shovel eating fucking hands, I don't know if you're pressing stop, start, turn the phone off, I don't know what you're up to.
Well, don't know if I'm ready, but we can try.
Don't ask me to lift this bitch.
Oh, God.
You can fucking off your tits if you think I'm picking this up.
Alright.
You hold from this position and you hold from the front. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. So if you drop it, I'll just take yours.
Hold on to the venom, yeah? Just hold on to the... Yes, it.
Okay,
Hold on to the
so let's finish this.
Let's hold on to... Don't worry about any of that shit. Just hold on to the fucking... That's it. Hold this way here.
You alright?
No. Never alright, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Ah, shit.